G'day, NotJah Witness here, and let's jump back into Dr. Guyman. He's one of my favourite YouTubers, we all know that. He's ever entertaining. So, what is he done recently? Looking at his videos in the last couple of weeks, I came across one entitled Godless Iowan Knows Nothing About Pentecostalism. G.I., you're getting called out, brother.
Alright! This is Dr. Guyman. Okay. So I found this, there's this guy that everyone there's this guy that everyone's talking about called Godless Iowan.
Holy shit, G.I., you're some guy that everybody's talking about.
It's this scarecrow guy.
Scarecrow guy. I mean, he had to have done that on purpose.
I just found his channel. So his most recent one is about Pentecostals, and he does this along with Telltale Atheist. And let me tell you, these guys know nothing about Pentecostalism.
Well, Telltale Atheist is an ex-JW like myself, who, from what I understand, has done extensive research on many other religions, but I'm sure he wouldn't call himself an expert at Pentecostalism. That being said, not being an official expert doesn't mean you know nothing of a subject. This is a very dismissive attitude you have. However, G.I. has spent decades as a Pentecostal preacher, so I would definitely argue that G.I. knows his shit. In fact, I have a question for you, Dr. Guyman. How long have you been a Pentecostal, and of what specific denomination of Pentecostal church do you belong?
So here, we're gonna do something fun. We're gonna have some fun with these guys. Every time they make up a straw man...
I fucking told you we did it on purpose.
...about Pentecostalism, take a drink. Take a drink of just whatever is in your bottle. If it's beer, if it's Mountain Dew, whatever. Every time they make a straw man, take a drink. Okay?
Their core beliefs and strange rituals all come from the book of Acts, chapter 2. The women don't cut their hair, ever, and they only ever wear dresses.
No, that's a cartoon cliche. Take a drink.
Now I have to say I am quite amused by Dr. Guyman's drinking game. It's pretty novel, a bit of fun, so I like that. I also have to say, however, he's doing it all wrong. There is no way in hell anyone can get drunk on his schedule when he thinks G.I. or Telltale are peddling bullshit. Sure, we get a swig a minute, but that's only a few beers per video. Maybe he's never met an Australian. To play this game properly, you need to take a drink every time Dr. Guyman is full of shit. This way, you should be well blotto and hopefully pass out before the end of each of his videos.
It's one of the areas that the Assemblies has really liberalized in the last 40 years. As a child, I remember sermons where women were called whores and adulteresses for cutting their hair or having the audacity to dress in a way that's similar to men.
No one has ever done that. Take a drink.
Namely, not wearing dresses. This was actually a fairly common sermon heard until about the mid-1990s, when all of a sudden no one seemed to care anymore. I can remember the first time my mother wore jeans to a midweek service. Some of the older women in the church tried to have her thrown out, and it was a fairly traumatizing experience for me.
Jeans were specifically designed for women in the 1800s. So this... And if it was a Christian who designed jeans, then obviously jeans, the church is not, has never been against jeans. So this is another straw man. Take a drink.
What the living fuck did he just say? I think he just made me have a fucking stroke. Alright, so jeans, coined blue jeans, were originally invented in 1871 and patented in 1873 by a partnership between Jacob Davies and Levi Strauss. So at least he got it right that they were made in the 1800s. We should give him a round of applause for that. Come on, people. They were originally designed for cowboys and miners, two jobs known back in the day to employ strictly female. No, that's wrong, isn't it? Now, I know they don't employ cowboys, Dr. Guyman, so just for you, I will say it differently. Cowboys were by the vast majority males. Miners also in the late 1800s were for the vast majority made up of males. The blue jeans we all love so dear were specifically designed for the ease of wear on horseback riding and mining. Places standard fabrics of the day would fare poorly and tear and break down easily. So with a combination of a strong Italian fabric and a metal riveting to harness extra strength, the blue jeans were born specifically to accommodate the rough and tough lifestyle of the late 1800s contemporary man. I should also point out that Jacob Davis was Jewish and Levi Strauss was he was also Jewish. Where on earth do you get your information from, Dr. Guyman? How can you possibly be this wrong about everything?
Now you would be hard-pressed to find a dress being worn in a midweek service. Another funny story in regards to this is that there was a woman who used to call other women out in the church for cutting their hair. She claimed that they were harlots and evil for having the gall to alter the appearance that God had given them.
You were probably at Westboro Baptist Church. They're crazy.
You gotta give that one to him.
Well, one Sunday she arrived at church with very short permed hair. It was quite a shock, but when asked about her new style, she said that the doctor had told her that her hair was the cause of all her headaches and that she should just have it cut. So just let it be known, God is always right unless the doctor says he's wrong.
No, that's a straw man. Take a drink.
Good. They believe that you have to be born again in the blood of the Lamb or some nonsense. I don't know why anybody would want to take a bath in the blood of a baby sheep. How messed up is that? Murder an innocent sheep for no goddamn reason. I imagine the process is messy.
This is a metaphor. Nobody is actually telling you to take a bath in sheep blood. That's a straw man. Take a drink. Good.
And the blood of the lamb can be literal lamb's blood, and it's very weird and very icky.
It's not. That's a straw man. Take a drink. Good.
Luckily, my former tradition thankfully read this as figurative language for salvation.
It is.
So when you prayed for God to enter your heart and save you, you were being washed in the blood of the Lamb and made clean. We did, however, go to church with a woman who not only took this literally, but actually painted her doors with lamb's blood, covered her car with lamb's blood, and was known to dab lamb's blood on herself during prayer. She was way out there and was definitely not considered normal in my former faith. Imagine thinking that lamb's blood would help you be a better driver. That's just nuts.
Nobody thinks that. Oh wait. You would, whatever. Take a drink. Good.
Alright, come on now, Dr. Guyman. You know I'm your biggest fan, but you really can't be making these elementary mistakes. Your word of the day is strawman, I get it, but that doesn't mean you can use it willy-nilly. Here, GI is presenting his case on an actual person he knew, and describing their actual actions that he witnessed personally. if you want to call this as something, you would call it an anecdote. That is just GI's personal experience. It is subjective, and it is no more evidential than your opinion. However, what it isn't is a straw man. A straw man would be an intentionally made-up argument or point of view misrepresenting another's argument, often in a stereotypical and exaggerated way, so as to make it easier to defeat their actual argument. It doesn't ring true for GI's story, does it? Because his story is an anecdote. You would have a perfectly reasonable retort to his anecdote with, well, that's just your opinion, GI man. But instead, you went with your word of the day and fell far short of the mark. Pay more attention to your research, boy. I still love you, though. So, Doc, let's continue.
They believe in divine healing. Basically, they think God can literally cure cancer and polio and whatever other ailment afflicts you. You'll find that kind of thing common among charlatan televangelists and megachurch pastors a lot. In fact, they're commonly some form of Pentecostal.
This is very true. Many, and I would go so far as to say most televangelists are some form of Pentecostal, and all Pentecostals believe in divine healing. It is really odd to say this, but as my faith began to wane, my supposed healings count went up. I would have people in nearly every service claim that I had healed them of some ailment that they had suffered with for years. I was struggling with my faith, and I knew by that time that there was no magic coming out of my hands when I prayed, but
No one says that there is magic coming out of your hands. That's a straw man. Take a drink.
Okay, come on, Dr. Guyman, mate. This is just simple semantics, and you fucking know it. If you don't know it, Jesus Christ. Not to mention, again, you're calling strawman on, well, the strawman's actual experiences. This is a real anecdote from somebody that they lived. You can't call that a strawman, dude. Like, you can call it just an anecdote, that's fine. You know, that's just, you know, your experience. Sure. However, you can't say it's a strawman. It's not a make-believe argument of a stereotyped, you know, overly exaggerated caricature.
Also, Christians don't believe in magic. Christians believe in miracles. Magic is from people. Miracles are from divine power. So this is another straw man. Take a drink.
Tomato, tomato, mate. Do you actually think people do real magic, Dr. Guyman? Like, I'm an illusionist, so do I do what you would call magic, or do I do what I call illusions? Think about it.
experience was odd and probably did more to get me out of the beliefs than anything else. I can remember praying over a man who then swore that I had healed him of his cancer.
Okay, so he was either really old and stuff, or you're making it up. And if you are making it up, take a drink.
Ooh, well, that went downhill and off a cliff fast. Way to be flippant and joke about someone's pain and suffering. I'm sure your God will love you for that. I can't help take from that you think the only people who get cancer are elderly. Maybe the only people in your life who have or had cancer were old. But that doesn't mean that only old people get cancer. I mean, many cancers do become more problematic and more likely as you get older, but there are also cancers which will devastate you at any age. Skin cancer is a great example of that. More importantly, I'm rather horrified at your lack of compassion for your fellow human. Your display here over GI's emotional outpouring of his heart about a man who lost his life from having faith in GI's religiously taught ability to heal him shows a true disconnect from your heart and humanity. I watched through the end of this video, and feel free to do the same if you want. I'll link it down in the description. But I didn't feel like putting you all through any more after that. I truly think that Dr. Guyman is genuinely trying to learn, but just being loud and outlandish for the attention in his videos. But, you know, who here could really blame him for being loud and wanting attention on YouTube? So instead, I want to use that genuine nature that I know is hiding in there and poke him with the facts for as long as he can stand it. Yeah, no, I do have a bit of a soft spot for the doc. I don't know. Anyway, I hope he can take away from this an opportunity just to learn something about a straw man argument and about an anecdote. It's just like going back to school. I'll leave the rest of the video to the Godless Iowan to shank. Make sure to leave any thoughts in the comments section below. If you agree, disagree, or wish to correct me, feel free. Plus, if you have any other topics you want me to cover or dig deeper into, leave your suggestions down there too. I'm on the Twitter machine at NotJah Witness. If you wanted to send me a message there too, go for it. And if you'd like to see more on the JWs or other religious beliefs, as I do what I can to expose and refute them where I can, hit that like button and please subscribe. I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you very much for watching, and remember, I'm NotJah Witness.
All I wanna do is